opinions expressed by the hosts, guests, or messages posted in chat are strictly their own personal views and do not reflect the views of Bolin Services, Inc., a 501c3 nonprofit organization, nor does it reflect the views of the sponsors of this program. Political commentary, if any, are strictly personal opinions and should not be construed as endorsements of or opposition to any political party, candidate, or voter initiative by Bolin Services, Inc. This audio-visual presentation is copyrighted by Kenneth W. Bolin. No rebroadcast, retransmission, simulcast, or other distribution of this video or the audio associated with it is permitted without the express written permission of Kenneth W. Bolin. All original content on this presentation is owned in full and solely by Kenneth W. Bolin.
Warning, the following podcast has extremely high levels of Kenny Bolin. Studies have shown that excessive exposure to Kenny Bolin may have damaging effects to your physical and mental well-being. Viewer discretion is advised. No, seriously, we mean it. There will be naughty words, lots of them, probably. Now you've been warned. This warning sponsored by...
And here we go.
That's right. Bolin. And I don't mean bowling. Bolin, you got to get me on your show, man. Love you so much, brother. I tell these guys, man, bowling was when it all started. That's right, man. But you wouldn't let me be a part of it. What was it? Bowling makes services. Bowling services. Why did you never get me into bowling services? Well, we'll discuss that on your next show.
Oh.
All right, you see him right now. Beautiful body. And Mr. Cornette is back again.
David, we have some great viewers all over the country. We have some faithful viewers. Kenny and Gabrielle Bolin celebrating the birth of their new son, Christopher Michael James Bolin. Hello to them out there.
Wait a minute, what did you say? Look at that. These people look up to me. These people respect me so much. Now they're naming their little rugrats after me. Can you believe that? Kid will probably grow up to be a juvenile delinquent, just like his parents. But let me tell you something. You know, David, something struck me as I was coming out the corner just a few minutes ago around that curtain.
Previously on the Bolin Alley.
Whatever it is. And I do want to get back to that 1 second, King.
Yeah.
Appreciate the manager questions and keeping it light in wrestling.
Right.
But what I don't like and I will not sell for, and what I think Disco Inferno had a great point on keeping it 100, there needs to be a line in the sand. The peanut gallery does not get to dictate the conversation. They do not get to say, oh, you were making money off of Cornette's thing. That's the only reason went in. Yeah, guess what? We're independent media journalists, broadcasters within 1 degree of separation who have the real information, but you're still going to wait and go to PW Insider, to Mike Johnson and whatever. You just want to come strapped to take shots at King B. You're never going to cancel us. We own our own shit. We're the bosses. So sit where you need to sit. Be a fan. Ask an educated question. Yeah. Don't ever think for a minute you can pull a power play on somebody like a Disco, a Russo, a Bolin, a Hameen, because I'm just going to slap your tits and charge you $5 at the end of the day. And you're going to want to step up to get your little shine, but I will tongue lash you and cut you down and show your ignorance to the world if you try and come over on us. So stop that shit trying to intimidate Kenny, telling him what he can and can't talk about, what any podcaster who was having an open conversation about this shit can. Because if you really want to have an opinion, go spend the $110 on Podbean, get off your ass and start your own thing. Otherwise, sit there and be a subscriber and a listener. You do not have the power here, and you never will.
Welcome, wrestling fans, to WOW, World Organization Wrestling. My name's Ken Bolin, and I'm here with the Dean of Promoters, Nick Goulis, and his son, George Goulis. Nick, I'm sure the fans would like to know, you've been in semi-retirement now for the last 5 years. I'm sure they'd like to know what you've been doing and what you got planned for the future.
Well, I've been doing a lot of different things, Ken. I've been going here and there, watching matches in different cities. And in the last 6 or 8 months, I've been trying to get myself back to doing wrestling again. I've been asked by many, many people, when am I coming back to promoting wrestling? So after 45 years, it's hard to get out and quit. So I decided to come back, and I'm starting back wrestling right in this area real soon. And I'm glad to be on this station.
Well, you've brought a lot of talent from the old days that are real successful in the business now, and I understand you plan on bringing a lot of new talent in. One of those talents you've got sitting there, your son George, right there. George, what have you been doing?
Well, Ken, I've been wrestling 3 or 4 or 5 times a month, but now I'll be wrestling 3 or 4 times a week because my father's going back into wrestling. I referee high school basketball. Besides that, I play basketball 3 times a week. And, you know, not being my father, Nick Goulas, I like to mention on the other side of the ledger that Nick Goulas' name to pro wrestling has been around for a lot of years. It's like Babe Ruth is to baseball, Larry Bird is to basketball, and Bear Bryant is the football. And when you mention pro wrestling in this area, you think of Nick Goulas. And that's why I'm glad he's coming back. I'm glad to wrestle again full-time for him. And the talent he's been in contact with throughout the country the past several months, you're going to be surprised at the talent he's going to bring in here because he's talked to the best, and that's what he wants to bring in the best for WOW, World Organization Wrestling.
Nick, how long do you plan to stay in the area this time?
I'm going to stay indefinitely, Ken. As long as God lets me stay and live, I'm going to be here. And I hope to, you know, and like I said, I've started some of the greatest in the world in wrestling. Today, all over the country, wrestlers know Nick Goulas started a lot of them, and some of the biggest names, and we intend to start some more big names in wrestling. I'm not going to stop now at my age, regardless of that. But regardless of what goes on in wrestling, Nick Goulas will be here, I hope, for some time to come.
George, do you plan on doing a single wrestling tag team? Where do you seem to be looking towards now?
Probably single. In the past, I like to wrestle tag, but you know what they was saying, if you wrestle a tag match, you get beat, you always blame your opponent for losing.
Right.
So if I'm going to get beat, I'd rather get beat and say I got beat myself. But I'll probably wrestle both, single and tag matches. And of course, when you wrestle either one, you're in there in a tough time in that squared circle. It's not an easy task to go in there and wrestle, no matter who you wrestle. You can't cut anybody short because they're in there to beat you too. And that's why I work out constantly and stay in good shape, because one thing about pro wrestling, you can't just sit there and say I'm going to win. You got to win in the ring.
Thank you, and we will be back on next time on WOW, WOW, World Organization Wrestling.
Well, there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Let me see if I can adjust this screen here to a proper size. Probably not. Oh, good Lord. I have already screwed it up. What am I doing? What am I doing? That ain't right. Well, that doesn't show the donations. That's terrible. See what happens when I do these damn things by myself? What about that? That ain't working. That ain't working. Good God, Bob. Bob uses being sick as an excuse not to do the show. What the hell? Give me a minute, see if I can figure this goddamn thing out. The layout is altogether different on here now than what it used to be. At least it is on mine. Jesus, mother. I'm about to give up and just cancel the goddamn show. Fuck it. Y'all know how to donate. We'll leave it like that. If you need to know how to donate, just ask me. At least this way you can see something. Everything is still out of proportion size-wise on the screen. I don't know what the hell's going on. I haven't been able to figure it out. Everything else works perfectly except StreamYard. StreamYard has not been working right. Let's see. Alyssa, I hope I can help you too. But the only way that happens is if people donate. And if people don't donate, I can't help you. That's how this show works. If people are kind and care and donate a little something, then we can help you. And if they don't, then there ain't much I can do. Because I have spent all the money I've got that I do. Smelly Cat. I don't know, Smelly Cat. How's your evening? At least you got a badge. That's more than I can say for a lot of people. So yeah, we will. If we can raise $60 tonight, I'll stay for an hour. If we can raise 60 or more. If not, we'll be done in 30 minutes, and I'm going to watch the Reds get beat in a baseball game. They started out shitty tonight. So I think I abandoned that game in about the third inning. Not doing so good tonight. They had won 3 in a row, but it ain't looking like it's going to be a fourth one. That's for damn sure. Tonight we have maybe a LinkedIn audience. It said that a couple of hundred people saw the day show that I did on LinkedIn the other day. No, none of them donated, but a couple hundred of them saw it. And so we are live on LinkedIn in prime time tonight, because last time we did a quick little day show just to see if the signal worked. I don't know that we had ever broadcast live on LinkedIn until recently. I was going to broadcast live on Instagram, but there's two reasons not to do that. One, they put you through a shitload of trouble to do it, getting some type of pass key and shit like that you don't have to do with anyone else. And number two, about everybody that follows me on Twitter and Facebook are the ones that follow me on Instagram. So I don't know where we would pick up anybody new. It's not like I've got 20 or 30 people over there on Instagram that only follow me there and nowhere else. Not that I know of, anyway. Not that would donate anyway. So there you go. So checking to see here. Yeah, you want to know how my evening was? Well, you saw, because I can't hardly get this damn thing to work properly. So I'm by myself tonight. We're at the mercy of how good the audience is, because it is, honey, as I have explained to you, I can't get your eyeglasses until we get some donations or somebody makes a serious donation to GoFundMe. Nobody has done it yet. So you asking about your eyeglasses every other few days doesn't put any money into that account. So when we have the money, we will help you get your eyeglasses. But until then, there's not much we can do. Now you see why Bob blocks everybody. I got to be the one to deal with it. Let's see here. G. LeMay says she's watching the show. How you doing, G. LeMay? Eunice, I think, is watching the show. Eunice just graduated a couple days ago. Oh, and by the way, shout out to my sister tonight. Not sure if she's watching the show tonight or not. But Janice turned 62 today. I was supposed to send her a link to the show, and I don't know that I ever did. Let me see if I have a link to even send her. Barry, we're all just jacking around here. I just have a bad vibe about this show tonight anyway. Let me see if I can find my sister and send her a link to the show. She was supposed to get to go out to dinner tonight, but they've been coming up with reasons not to do it. Something about too many of them, too many kids, this, that, and the other. I said, well, get a babysitter for the kids and have one of them take you out for a birthday dinner. At least Jimmy John sponsored mine. That was nice of them. And so, yeah, for those of you guys wanting help, well, I can't help if people don't donate. And we got a few that have not donated in a while. We haven't heard much out of Donald Flowers lately. He's been watching Braves baseball with his mother. Maybe Donald will show some compassion and make a donation tonight. You never know. And we got some of the regulars like Michigan Mike and Randy the Macho Man Satterley and TC from the NC and various others that normally donate damn near every show. Daniel Lemley. I don't think we heard Lemley on the last, but who knows? Maybe he's lurking around out there tonight. And I don't think we have any donations yet. Let me take a look. We do not. I did get a TV payment from my upstairs neighbor, but that's where he bought my old television. Let me see if I can find him and thank him for that. Thank you much for your final payment. You are now the proud owner of that television. Period. LOL. I hope it's doing you good. All righty. Well, we've had a couple of donations come in here as I was thanking my upstairs neighbor for what they did. Here. Well, you guys have made me look like shit tonight because the donations are starting to come in. Because I said we're off running, guys. The first donation of the night, I don't want to credit the wrong person. Let me make sure I've got it correct here. Part of I'm looking at my phone because that's where I see the donations come in at. The first donation of the night, $25 challenge by Randy the Macho Man Satterley. He has always been good to donate on seemingly every show. We really appreciate him. And he has bailed us out of some tough situations before. Daniel Lemley with a $20 challenge. Daniel didn't chime in on the last show that I remember, but he chimed in on this one, so that gets us to 45. And then we've got Naughty Nicole chiming in, and Nicole has really been helping us out a lot lately too. She was good for a $45 challenge tonight. Thank you so much, Nicole. Appreciate it. Hopefully you get a chance to chime in. And what else we got here? And there's good old Michael, Michigan Mike, $50 challenge out of Michigan Mike, and he has treated us so good recently. So let me do some math here. And here I wasn't expecting a good night tonight. So the Macho Man with 25, 20 from Lemley, so that's 45. 45 from Nicole, so that's 90. So we're here for the hour. And then 50 from Michigan Mike. 90, so that's 90, 140. So well, here's what I would like to shoot for tonight. As you all know, I spent $225 advertising in that magazine to generate traffic towards the GoFundMe account. I was told it was a gamble that we pretty much had to take. People that I respect said, you got to take the gamble. A lot of people all over the country are going to see this. And I was told it might take 2 or 3 weeks to work. Well, the ad's been out there a little over a week. Give or take. It's a great ad. I think most of you have seen it. I've posted the links to a couple of them on my Facebook page and on my Twitter page. She did a lovely job. I can't blame Desiree at all. Desiree did everything she could. The only negative thing is that most of these TV stations and magazines would not let you post a link directly to the charity. Why? I don't know. She said the only thing that we could do is put the link in the comments section once we get those, which we've done. But on the GoFundMe, the only people that have donated on that GoFundMe, where we were trying to raise $12,000 for the families that are in serious shit, that really need a lot of help, that are in jeopardy of losing their homes if they don't get some help to pay. And that includes Yao Ling, whose father got killed in a trucking accident that hit her father's motorcycle. He was only 38 and got killed, and they have nobody providing for their family anymore. Eunice's mother has had a blood transfusion, 2 gallbladder surgeries, and I think is up for another surgery coming up soon. They've had a lot of shit to go through. We've had Jin's family. Her father died of an unexpected heart attack at the age of 62, a few years younger than me. He was the sole provider of the family. And so you get Cheska has been trying to raise money for her family situation, to be able to go get a job, pay for her paperwork, get her proper paperwork to get a decent job in the Manila area. We have Honey Rose, who is trying to do the same thing. She has also graduated college, trying to get her paperwork lined up. And sometimes they charge you so much for that paperwork to be in compliance, they make it awful tough on you. Shane in here, her mother just had to move to Manila to take a job. But it's probably going to be 30 days before she gets paid. Shane wrote me today, says we have absolutely no rice. We're out of everything. We would love to have some noodles and eggs and some rice. And I told her that we would do everything that we could. So yeah, we're going to try. And also for Alyssa that chimed in here, let me know what it is you're needing. We're going to do everything we can to help. One other thing I would like to ask any of the new people that are watching tonight, for those of you that can donate in here, if you can, and of course, PayPal, if you're going to donate on PayPal, it is kennybolin@msn.com. If you're going to donate on Venmo, it is Kenny-Bolin-1. And I'll try to figure it out and throw the links up here, or not necessarily the links, but the ways to donate here in a little bit. And Cash App is $StarMakerBolin to donate on Cash App. So those are the 3 ways to donate. If you need me to repeat it, just say so in here. Not a lot of you saying anything so far, I don't think. Did you? Well, somebody posted something they probably shouldn't have posted. Smelly Cat, no, I did not get your donation. you would have to tell me what your name is. And I'm going to ask you not to phrase it that way again. But no, I did not get a donation from you. You'll have to tell me where you sent it and what name you sent it under. But no, I do not have anything from you. Unless you're one of the ones I just read, and I don't think that you are. So, Smelly Cat, tell me how you sent your donation. And as I said, I'm going to ask you politely this one time, do not phrase it the way that you phrased it here. That might be cool in some places, but it ain't cool here. Hope you understand. All righty. Do. Let me double check again. Naughty Nicole was the last donation we got at 9:21 p.m. And Michigan Mike was right about the same other time. So, Schmelly Cat, if you would like to tell me how you donated, we will take a look, and just maybe we didn't get the email notification as of yet. That is a possibility. For those of you that want to donate to the corporate donation location, that is Bolin Services Incorporated at gmail.com, and that is the corporate account linked to the 501c3 PayPal account. And not everybody donates there because they do charge fees to donate over there. Anthony Scaramucci donates there. And by the way, he is still scheduled to be on the show April the 24th at 4 p.m. as of now. We were looking to schedule him at night. Bob wanted to do the show that day, but Bob does Nerd Night. So if we bring him on at night, Bob won't get to do the show because I guess he will pick Nerd Night over Anthony Scaramucci, which I'll teach him a lesson. But Bob's under the weather today, so I don't know if he did Nerd Night or not. He said he took a lengthy nap today, so he didn't really say what was wrong with him. So I don't know. Yeah, I can barely read the comments anymore because they're screwed up. Oh, Jesus Christ. I don't know. Everything is so screwed up on this thing. About ready to give up. Show comments on stage. Well, okay, there's something I didn't know we could do. So there's that. Now, I'm going to try to see. Yeah, everything is so different now. And that is, I'm not finding a way to go full screen with that. That's ridiculous. That's nothing. Terrible. I don't know, guys. This thing is nothing like it used to be. Nothing like it used to be. Well, those are the ways to donate. And if we're looking for 4 or 5 people that have not donated in here before, that if they, Jesus H. Christ. What is wrong with this damn thing? Yeah, it's only I can only. Yeah. I apologize for the comments, guys, because I can barely see them. I can barely see them. I guess Bob did not do Nerd Night tonight. I can't get the screen size right. I can't hardly see the goddamn comments. Everything is, and the only thing that is screwed up on my computer is StreamYard. Everything else works fine. Well, there's that. I didn't even know that we could superimpose the comments over there because that's the only way. Well, I can't read them, but I guess they can. But I can't see the comments over here to the right. I can't adjust it. I don't know.
There should be a little white tab on the right side that says show panel or hide panel.
Hang on, I got the volume way up. A white tab where?
On the side of the screen. on your as you're looking at the screen, the right side of the screen?
I mean, I'm seeing them, but I got a bunch of shit coming up below it that says can't post comments to some donations. Learn more.
That's one little.
I can't make all that go away. So on the right, I see banners, media, style, widgets.
Okay, so you actually see the comment column. You just can't read them.
Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff above that's too big and blowing everything out, and then down below, a bunch of shit that shouldn't be there.
Don't want to show a live hockey game.
Smelly Cat, don't say my bad. Did you send a donation or not? And if you did, where did you send it? That's all I asked. I already had that guy that pledged $80 that didn't do it. You don't see him in here tonight. Jambi, I've already helped. I helped her the other day. Give me a minute.
You're done, pal. No, I'm done. He's out.
Oh, did you already get him?
Yeah, I think you got him as I was getting ready to.
Because
that's 3 times I saw that. 3 comments.
I saw it twice. I saw it twice.
Yeah.
And plus, I told him not to do it again.
Right, and then he did it directly after on purpose.
Plus,
that account was created March 9th. It's a troll.
Oh, I have no doubt about that. But they bought a badge to be able to do that.
Dumbass. Well,
thanks for the $3, you stupid fuck. We'll spend it wisely, unlike you. So what did you have, man? Did you have a bug going on, or
just a stomach bug? I think part of I think I told you I started taking Manjaro, which is it's like Ozempic.
No, I didn't know that.
One of the side effects is can make me really nauseous, and the biggest
it's not a fun side effect.
The biggest problem is that one of the reasons it helps you lose weight is that it takes longer for the food to leave your stomach, and so I will eat a normal meal, but then I stay overstuffed for too long, for way too long. So there's Vanessa. Hopefully she is that lady. I tell you what, you talk about someone who's got no luck but bad luck.
No luck but bad luck.
Cancer, throat cancer that she's fighting. She gets pneumonia and tuberculosis. So they won't treat her for the cancer because she's got pneumonia and tuberculosis. Her kids are busting their ass trying to.
That must be something I learned from the Filipinos when I got cellulitis, sepsis, and what was the third thing I had? I had 3 things going on at once. Cellulitis. There's one right after another.
You had Trump derangement syndrome, but that's
permanent. That's permanent. Do you know who Trent Warren is, Bob?
No, might have been the Schmelly.
Would that name be Smelly Cat?
Could be.
Well, they emptied their bank account. They emptied their bank account on the way out after I told them not to use that word twice.
Right.
Donated $8.51.
There you go.
But they were out edge money, so they only had so much to work with.
True that. So on Anthony,
Jazzy Jana, we hadn't seen her in a little bit.
Yeah. So if Anthony does show up on a Tuesday night, I will definitely be here. If Anthony does schedule for a Tuesday night, I will definitely be here.
Well, now they're hearing that we might have to keep it on the days. They said that 8 or 9's a little late for Anthony, and I can't remember if we were looking on a Tuesday or a Friday. Do you remember?
April 24th is a Friday. So
that's Friday. Okay. Well, shit, you don't have Nerd Night that day anyway.
No. So I thought because you were talking about them changing to a Tuesday,
maybe that's what it was. And but no, we'll be good either way. So you said you cut 6 questions?
Seems
to be a lot for a guy that takes every Tuesday off.
Well, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 questions, and then also if we ever wanted to do this, I have a list of names. If we wanted to throw out a name and have Anthony just give us a quick.
Yeah.
This is my reaction to that person. So I've got about a dozen names.
Well, that's kind of what Maven does with on his show. Maven throws out names, and I saw him doing it with Russo, yay or nay on certain people. And now whether he went to Russo or Russo went to him, I don't know.
So at the very top here, there's a thing that says show comments on stage. So this.
Yeah, I've never seen that before. I found that by accident trying to fix everything over. I'm going to have to get somebody over here that knows what the hell they're doing, because it took an update and I cannot get StreamYard to work the way it used to for anything. And my StreamYard picture is still pixelated for me. You said you're not seeing it.
No, I'm not seeing anything.
Everything else looks great. My backgrounds look great. When I do the show and I throw up the background's crystal clear. It's me that looks like shit. And on you, makes your hair look like you got braids.
Well, so try this. Go to the little gear at the bottom, the settings.
Yeah, you're the IT guy. Maybe you figure something out.
Yeah, go to the settings.
The gear at the bottom.
Yeah, at the very bottom of the page.
Oh, okay. All right. There's that. All right. There's
so
the
then
gear.
Go to the camera option.
Okay. Well, let's look at these things here. Show resolution badge on stage. Display information messages. Shift videos up for comment banners. Audio avatars, which I don't have clicked.
Right.
Automatically add presented.
Yeah. So that's like if I share a screen, right, it can put it on.
So you probably activated
I have
all
the
these
exact same settings. I have.
Are there any of these that I want to deactivate?
Not well. So like the show resolution badge just shows you what, like you're at 1080p or whatever.
Yeah.
It's not a big deal.
That's fine.
Informative messages. Basically, if we get like a bad network or something, you'll see a little thing. The audience won't see it. It's probably won't ever show up. Shifting the videos up. Basically, if we were had so like when you put up a comment, right, you'll see if we were playing a video, then those comments would push the video up on the screen so that the comments in the video were both showing.
I had enhanced skin appearance clicked and I just declicked it. Did that do anything?
Didn't change anything on my side.
Really? Yeah, because it actually looks better when it's I have enhanced skin appearance clicked. I have a green screen. I do not. So I'm not using. Okay, so you told me to go to the gears. Now where do you go?
Go to the camera.
Go to camera.
And you should have InstaLink, either the Insta360 link or Insta360 virtual camera.
I have Insta360 virtual.
Go to the InstaLink 2. That's the raw camera itself.
Okay.
And see if that changes anything.
All right, I just clicked it. Did that do anything on your end?
I don't see anything on this side, but it looks good on my side to begin with.
Okay.
And then it's set to high definition 1080p.
I've got it set to 1080p.
All right. So
advanced restrictive firewall mode. And I
don't need that. No,
I don't need
not
that.
be clicked. Nope.
Well,
no.
maybe.
So if that doesn't change anything on your side, then you're fine. And it didn't do anything.
That's still not affecting the wall over here, the comments.
Yeah.
The comments, I can't hardly see anything. We need to add these music artists to the list like Kid Rock.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Let me check donations real quick. See where we're at.
So and we didn't cancel because I was sick.
Jazzy Jana with a $25 donation. So
thank you, Jana.
Now
we're having a pretty good night.
Once again, while we've got everybody in here, like I said, we're testing on LinkedIn tonight. We've been up around 30 of you in here at one time. If there's any of you out here, especially for those of you that rarely donate, if you could donate, we need 4 of you to donate $5 in here. And the reason being, because that will set us up to where we will have around $160 on the 21st of April. That $160 will feed, let's see, 30, 60, 90, 120, 150. So about $160 will feed 6 families for 2 or 3 weeks. And that's bonus money that comes in on the 21st that we, as a rule, don't have. We don't normally get that much, but we've done pretty good this month. So and this is the last day to be able to get any money to go towards the 21st. So if there's 4 of you out there that could donate $5, don't do any more than 10 because YouTube gets 30% of it. So don't do any more than 10. But if you want to do $5 or $10 in here, and if we can get 4 of you to do that, that'll set us up to where on the 21st of April, 6 families are going to get food that ordinarily wouldn't get it, and then feed them for 2 or 3 weeks. So it ain't a month. And by the way, guys, of all the countries getting shit on due to the war, Philippines is getting shit on the most. Their gasoline has doubled in price. Ours has gone up $1 a gallon, $1.50 in some markets. Theirs has doubled. They have gone from $4 a gallon to over $8 a gallon to $10 a gallon in some markets. It is getting bad over there. They're having electric brownouts left and right. Many of the Filipinos are telling me that they're told they will have no electricity at all within 90 days. Many of them are getting blackouts for 3 and 4 days consecutive of no electricity. They got shit bad. Eunice wrote me today wanting to know if she could buy 2 solar lights. They're buy one, get one free for $20. Seems to me be a good investment because you ain't got no light, you know.
Well, especially if there's a battery on it so that, you know, it doesn't just light up during the daytime when there's sunlight.
It's a solar that charges by the sun, so I would assume so. So any ideas on what I'm doing wrong over here that I can hardly see any comments?
I think it's something to do with your TV settings, and I don't know.
Well, I don't think
it's but it's weird that it's only on StreamYard, right?
It's only on StreamYard. Everything is way bigger than it's supposed to be. I can't find anything in the TV settings that corrects it.
All right, let's just take a look and see here.
Bob,
you're on Mac, right?
I can't.
I was seeing something last night about them doing rolling blackouts in certain countries because of the energy rates affected by this war. All of this sucks. Now, it's not a war. It's a military operation.
No one's getting hit harder than the Philippines. Fortunately, my family member got out just in time. It's not so bad in Bangkok right now and other countries that they're looking to go to. But in Manila, I would say they got out in a nick of time.
Trent Warren says, I've been looking for the free Cadillac story you told years ago on the Cornette Show. You can't find it. We'll send $5 more if you will tell that story again. And thank you, Daniel Limley, for $10.
Well, Dan Limley's already donated 20 tonight, so that's 30 out of him.
Well, thank you, Daniel.
So, so he's already donated 30. A free Cadillac story?
I've looked for that free Cadillac story you told several years ago on Cornette Show.
Free Cadillac. I got a lot of.
I think you would remember free Cadillac.
Yeah, I got a lot of free shit. I'm trying to remember
Thank you, Michigan Mike.
Well, you know what? They were. Oh, thank you, Michigan Mike. And Michigan Mike's already donated 45 tonight.
Man,
no, he donated 50. It was Nicole that did 45.
The regulars are taking care of us tonight. That's for sure.
Thank you, Michigan Mike. Man, appreciate that. Very kind of you. I think Michigan Mike must have won like $8 million out in Vegas. He's been awfully generous lately.
Yeah, well, you know what?
I think he put it on red and then hit it big.
Yeah, I think what's happening is that Rico not being in Vegas anymore is taking Michigan Mike out and rolling him for half his money while he's after.
Well, there's the person, I guess, with a backup account that donated the $8.21. I made Beth Phoenix cry because I insulted someone else as a heel.
You cellulite legs.
Beth Phoenix didn't. Yeah, the cellulite legs on of all people. What was her name? Sabrina? What was her name?
I don't remember.
She still does pretty good. She's very lean. What was her name?
Dang it.
Somebody will think of it.
I'm sure if the ghost is watching, he'll remember.
Now, Trent Warren, were you the one I just blocked a minute ago? And if so, just say
on another account.
On another account.
And if you're not, that's fine. That'd be good. I mean, we're glad that you wouldn't be.
Hide current. You just want me to hide the current comment. I don't want to do that.
No, all that does is like take the comment off the screen.
Yeah, but it keeps superimposing over the comments that are coming up. No, well, I got your donation, Trent. Thank you. I got that. I don't know why you don't have a badge. They're only $3.
I just realized that these people need it more than I do at the moment. We all have to do our part. That's true.
Who said that?
That was Michigan Mike.
Oh, well, thank you, Michigan Mike. That's very sweet of you. And it's like when people are telling me, you know, Kenny, how are things over there? Well, they're bad. It just ain't as bad as what you've got.
Right.
We're bitching about 20% gas hikes. You guys have got 100%.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
now
and
most of y'all don't have cars, but even in a motorcycle, that adds up.
sure, and then a lot of them use
I could
gasoline.
usually fill Eunice's motorcycle up for $20.
Yeah,
Well,
some
ain't
of them
doing
have
that now.
gasoline powered stoves. And, you know, some of them have LP powered stoves, natural gas stoves. But
Well, we got Trent's donated. Now, Trent, it'd be great of you, man, if we could get you to get a badge. That's how we know that you really support the show. It's only $3. Yeah, there's more expensive ones. As long as you got a badge, I never really bitch about what size badge you got. They're what, Bob, $2.99 a month
at the lowest price,
and it shows that you support the show. And that way, you pop in here immediately. We answer your questions in priority. If you don't have a badge and you ask a lot of questions, we don't answer them.
That little circle symbol right next to Michigan Mike, not the at Michigan Mike, but the little
yeah.
Whatever that is. That's the badge indicator. That's how we know that you have
the only comment
the
only comment I can see is Trent's. And that's aggravating because I like seeing the comment.
So like you see the very bottom, the last comment only.
I see right now. I see Trent's. That's the only one I see.
So, and that's because you see.
Okay. This is what it says above Trent. Important. When streaming to profile, viewer comments won't show up unless the stream is public on Facebook. By default, it's friends only.
Whatever. Okay. So click on learn more, and then I see the same thing, but it's at the top of the column, and there's this giant column. I mean, like it's always been for me, right?
I would think I made Facebook public. I thought I did. Do you have any way to check that? See if it's on public?
That shows up every time. That message is up every single show.
Let's see, chat platform support. And yeah, I considered broadcasting live on Instagram, but I can't figure out how to do it. And like I said, I don't know that we'd pick up anybody new. LinkedIn, I knew there'd be some new people to get there. But the only comment I can see is Trent's. Okay. And then I scrolled back and I saw Michigan Mike's. So thank you, Michigan. We appreciate it. So those of you that have donated tonight,
do this.
If you got any questions, ask them.
Take a screenshot of your screen and send it to me. And I'll look at it after the show.
All right.
But I'll watch the comments and I'll put up. All right.
Yeah, I'm going to take a screenshot of everything I'm seeing.
Solar panels and solar lights are now a bit more expensive due to the demand because of the news about the blackouts.
Oh, I have no doubt about that.
So Vanessa, did we get you a generator?
I did get my Social Security checked a couple of days earlier than I was expecting. So I'm going to try to help Eunice out of that. The government did get me all my back pay that they took from me. Shockingly, because I thought it would drag on forever. But within, they had to make it in like 4 or 5 payments, but they made them all within 30 days and got me all my back pay, which shocked the shit out of me. So let me take a screenshot of what I'm looking at. And I'm going to give y'all extra time tonight, guys, because, well, where's the screen? Oh, there we go. Copy the image. And I'll see if I have a way to send it to Bob immediately so he can at least see what I'm dealing with. Leave the site.
Hello, folks. Now it's just me. All right. So I don't know if Kenny talked about Raw any. I don't know if you guys watched Raw last night. If you have comments about what happened on Raw, what's coming up with WrestleMania, Seth and Gunther and Oba and Brock, and the ladder match for the Intercontinental title was announced. And there was also ladies tag team fatal 4-way, which that's always insane. Might as well make that ladder match, right? It's just about as crazy. I don't like ladder matches as a whole. I've said this before. I suspect that someday somebody's going to get killed in the ladder match because they try to do more and more and more. And yeah, those ladders, some of them are gimmick to break and whatever, but I mean, I can't imagine the amount of damage these guys do to their body on these ladder matches. Vanessa, electricity is not that much affected because the Philippines has a wide variety of sources of electricity. hydro, wind, solar, and some coal-powered plants. Well, I did not see Verlander start yesterday. I've been watching my Rangers play, and they had a rough start the first game against the Phillies, but then they won the next two. And then I believe I haven't seen the final score. Maybe they're still playing, but they're playing the Orioles today. I did. Nice win for my Rangers today. They have got bullpen problems. They need to find a closer because what they got is not good. And okay, I think that's what the problem is. I'll be able to figure that out, Kenny. Okay, so I'll look at that after the show. I think we'll be able to fix Kenny's problem afterwards. The Rangers looking great, man, but I didn't see like I said, I didn't see Verlander start. I don't know. I'm not a professional athlete, obviously. It's got to be hard when you get to a point to where you can't quite do it anymore. You don't quite have, it doesn't take a lot. A couple miles an hour off a fastball can make a huge difference. For pitchers especially, a little bit of mechanics get off, and now you can't throw a strike without throwing it down the middle. The next thing you know, you're giving up hits left and right. So I'm working tonight with a new set of in-ear monitors. I've got the Soundbrenner, what do they call it? Soundbrenner Wave Pro. Picked up a set of those. They were on sale. The Pro versions are a little expensive at $200, but they're supposed to be as high quality in-ear monitors as you can get for not going into the thousands of dollars. So we're going to try those out and see how those work. I paid for those. Those were not sponsored. So Soundbrenner, if you're watching, and I know you're probably not, if you want a sponsor, come get us, maybe. So Kenny, it looks to me like screen resolution is your problem because that's a very flat and wide screen. So it looks like it's
I even tried to come in under another YouTube thing and it didn't work.
Yeah, so we'll look at maybe some kind of settings. And you're on a Mac, right?
Yeah.
So I'm not as familiar with the Mac, but I think there might be something that's got to do with.
So you think it might be a Mac setting?
Yeah, I think it's a screen setting with either this particular website or are you using Chrome or using Safari?
I'm using Chrome.
Okay. So we might try looking at logging in with Safari and see if it works, or we might load it like Firefox or Edge or something and see if that helps. But we can do that after the show. So we've been talking Rangers. We've been talking Michigan. Mike brought up that Verlander has not looked good so far.
Paul Scheme's got his ass lit up on opening day.
Yeah, but that was a weird thing because he was pitching really well, and then one wonky thing happened, and the next thing you know, there's 5 runs up. So,
the Reds gave up. Had a 5-run inning tonight, and it got ugly early. In about the 3rd or 4th inning, the Reds were down 6-1, and I said, "Well, we can see this later. Don't need to see this live." But yeah, the comments are all fucked up over here. I can't see shit.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll keep a look on the comments and then.
But yeah, thanks to Jazzy Janet for her $25 donation. It's very nice of her to do that. And to Trent. Don't know if Trent ever got a badge or not, but he did make a donation. I don't know what they're wanting me to talk about a free Cadillac. That television was free, as Bob has commented before. Costco paid Kenny $400 to take that television.
Let me look back here and see what the notes said here. tell us about the free Cadillac.
Now,
maybe involved Beth Phoenix. Guys led you on that you were getting a couple of free cars. Some guy was leading you on that you were going to get a free car. Involved maybe Vega or Beth Phoenix.
I know that Paul Miller Ford basically gave me a car in exchange for advertising.
Maybe it was a angle that you guys ran or something that you got tricked into thinking you were getting some free car.
I remember a lot of my angles. I don't remember that one either. Maybe you dreamed it. No, Paul Miller Ford kept me in free cars for several years because that was part of the deal I had with them for us to go up and do autograph sessions with them. So me and Aaron the Idol Stevens or Rico or whomever was free to go. I don't know that Cena ever went with me, but me and Aaron the Idol Stevens and several guys went up there and do autographs. I don't know that Cena ever did one though. But you know what? I don't remember that they ever asked for Cena. They'd asked for him. I'm sure we'd have sent him.
Mm-hmm.
I took Cena to WHAS radio with me once, and let's see. So no, but no, I hell, for 10 years I got free cars with Paul Miller Ford, but that was part of the deal. Is that every couple of years they would send me another car. One of them was the Cadillac, I think a cameo ivory Cadillac. So yeah, it was free, but in exchange for advertising and doing autograph sessions for their dealership 4 times a year. 4 times a year, either me and someone else would have to go up there. And I got that approved through OVW. Wasn't anything I fucked anybody on. I mean, they were happy with what they were getting. I was happy with what I was getting. And plus we'd get a payday and free dinner when we'd go. So, so it wasn't too bad. If you want me to do this for you, give me one of your fucking used cars. I ain't asking for a new one. Just get me a quality used car, something with under 100,000 miles on it, and I'll be fine. So the car I have now actually has less miles than anything Paul Miller Ford ever gave me. One of the cars they gave me had 130,000 miles on it, but it looked brand new. I was all right, I'll take it. And I forgot what it was, but then I ended up trading it for a Lincoln Town Car a little later. I only had the car about a month, and then he said, Kenny, we just got that Lincoln in up here. You want to bring that one up and trade it in? I said, hell yeah. I didn't give a shit about gas mileage. I wanted a Lincoln. So, and it was the Lincoln Town Car was a much bigger car. The car they traded me was got like a Sebring or something. It was teal. It was a beautiful color. Looked brand spanking new, but it had 130,000 miles on it. Ran like a top. But it was a mid-size car, and I'm normally driving the boys to the towns. So the last thing we really wanted was a mid-size car. We wanted a Lincoln or a Cadillac. So yeah, they were free technically. But that's really all I can remember. But yeah, something is so fucked up over here on this. It is 10 o'clock. How long have we gone? I think I got in here at about 10 after by the time everything got going. And I played a bunch of video clips. I played everything except for the coronavirus clip. I haven't played the Goulas clip. And I let them know that you were feeling under the weather. So what do the fellow nerds think tonight that you stiffed them?
Actually, I'm not the one who ended up canceling out. One of the other folks had to make a trip out to Destin, Florida, whatever the hell that is.
That's Destin, Florida.
Destin, Florida.
Destin.
Did I say Destin?
Florida would be Dustin Rhodes. That's his own hometown there.
Okay.
Well, yeah, Destin, Florida is where he's speaking.
Yeah. All right. In that case, then, yes. So they had to go out.
Geographically, where is Destin, Florida?
Destin, Florida is located on a peninsula in Okaloosa County, separating the Gulf of Mexico from Choctawhatchee Bay. It's part of the Emerald Coast, known for its beautiful white beaches and clear green waters.
Yeah. I've been to Destin. Yeah. I thought that's where it was. Destin, I don't think is all that far from Tallahassee. And it is kind of right there in the panhandle. It's not all that far from Alabama. Anybody who's been to Alabama has probably been to Destin.
Yeah,
so yeah, that's where he's going.
An hour and a half for those guys each way. So they're an hour and a half from Destin. So they didn't think that they.
You're interrupting Alexa. She says I nailed it.
Damn it, Alexa! I'm so sorry.
Exploring the area.
Yeah.
What brought you to that neck of the woods when you visited?
Well, I kind of the king of Florida. I kind of run the whole state.
Well, Your Majesty, that's quite the royal claim you've got there.
Yeah.
I suppose that makes me your digital court jester then.
Oh.
Running a whole state sounds like a big
Yeah,
job.
you're-
Hope you have good Wi-Fi coverage across all those theme parks and beaches.
This is all day, Bob. This is all day.
You've just made this
All day,
queen
Bob?
your.
Sounds like you've got something brewing there. Is this some kind of royal decree from the King of Florida? Or are we talking about something else entirely?
You're getting mighty nosy because our conversation was over and I was speaking to my co-host Bob on my podcast that you just interrupted.
Oops, my bad. Looks like I crashed your podcast party uninvited.
Yeah.
I'll let you get back to Bob and your show without any more digital eavesdropping from me.
That's very sweet.
Oh, so you admit you're digitally eavesdropping, do you?
I don't think they do plenty of that.
Yeah.
It's
So did
amazing,
you?
amazing some of the things they know I didn't think they knew. So.
Yeah. Did you get a chance to watch any of Raw yet?
I saw the opening with Cody.
Yes, and Stephanie.
I saw that.
Big
and,
surprise.
What's that?
Was really surprised to see Stephanie McMahon come out.
Now,
and
I
if they
thought-
directly,
I saw something with Randy, but I don't know if that was from this show.
so Randy was not on this show, right? Randy
Okay, well,
was,
yeah, somebody showed something old because the shit they were showing with Randy didn't sync up to be on this show.
Yeah, I did find it interesting that Stephanie said, Dusty could get down and dirty. You're not your father, and Dustin or Cody. Sorry, Dustin. Cody.
That's not the comeback I would have had, by the way.
Yeah,
You know
you're
what
not your father either. And she should have said like, "Thank God," or something like that.
My comment would have been, "Well, I'm not. You say I'm not my father. Well, you're an awful lot like yours. You'll
Yeah.
fuck anything, right, Triple H? Right, Randy Savage?
Right,
Just
Randy
start
Savage.
naming all the guys he's been linked with. Now that would have been a shoot. That would have been fun. But no, that's where I thought they might go. You say I'm not like my father. Well, you're just like yours. A
Yeah.
piece of shit.
Yeah,
I
so
guess it's probably scripted not to do that.
yeah, they probably yeah. I don't know if they're setting up. Actually, heard someone say that now that Vince is actually coming back, and he's the guy on the phone with Randy.
Idiots if they bring him back. They are
Oh.
begging for fucking trouble.
Yeah.
I already
Oh, I
hear
agree.
Netflix is looking to get out of the deal, but they got a 5-year out, so it's 4 more years where they can do anything. There was talks about every now and then WWE room 1 or 2 shows they actually like. Then they'll do 4 or 5 they can't fucking stand. And
Yeah, I've
but there's
heard
a lot of talk with
ESPN
Netflix is already wanting out of the deal.
I've heard ESPN is not happy with the numbers they're pulling in from their pay per
Oh,
view.
USA wasn't happy. Fox wasn't happy. They said to just about everybody they've been with. And you know who this came from? This was from Sweet Stevie Cool. Sweet Stevie was the one ratting them out on this about how all the networks have wanted out once they realized they weren't getting what they thought they were paying for.
Yeah.
And he's the one that said that Netflix is not happy. He said they want out, but they got 4 more years left on their deal, I think. What's that say? Because I can't read.
I went to the batting cages. That a 70-mile-per-hour machine never came close to hitting one. Can't imagine hitting the ball going 98 and
I have.
moving.
I have. No, well, I lie a little bit. The fastest pitch that I ever hit off a batting machine was 96, because that's as fast as that particular pitching machine would go.
Yeah, bunting does not count.
Huh?
Bunting does not count.
I got news for you, son. You can sit there and badmouth my hitting ability all you want, but have you ever hit a home run off Grant Jackson? Hall of Fame pitcher?
No, I have not. Wait,
I didn't
Hall
think
of
so.
Fame.
Grant Jackson's in the Hall of Fame. Did you not know that?
I did not know that. No.
Well, you should have looked it up. Grant Jackson. Oh, you looking it up now, aren't you?
I'm going to look it up. No, because
I don't know if he is or not, but that's the story I told him.
Grant Jackson, he's in the let's see.
He's in the Louisville Bats pitching.
He's in the Cannonsburg, Pennsylvania Hall of Fame, where he died February 2nd, 2021.
When did I hit batting practice with him?
Had to be in the 80s because
you know who got me on the team? Adam Dunn. Adam Dunn, and
Grant,
another guy there really liked me, and he was 55.
Are you sure it's Grant Jackson? Because Grant Jackson never played for the Reds.
No, he didn't. He was a pitching coach in the minors.
Okay. So coaching. Let me look at the coaching thing here.
So Grant Jackson pitched to me, and I hit a home run off from him. And Dave Miley took that as disrespect that I hit a home run, because most of the guys are not trying to hit a home run in BP. Well, I am, because it's the first time I've ever got to take batting practice with Major League Baseball players, and a lot of the guys down there had played in the majors. That was down there when the Boones were there. Some of the Boones were on the team. Aaron Boone, Bob Boone's kids, and but Grant Jackson was the pitching coach on Dave Miley's team. And so when I hit the home run off Grant Jackson, Miley comes in. He's going to pitch to me because I still got like 10 more swings left. Miley beans me. Up and in, hit me in the shoulder. And I did get a couple of hard line drives off from him, but he didn't give me anything I was going to be able to hit out the park.
He was the Cincinnati Reds bullpen coach from 94 to 95. So
he was actually up on the main team as well?
Yes.
Yeah, he was helping out the Bats when I
Louisville River Bats was the 2000-2001 pitching coach.
Okay, well, that's when I would have done it then. Because, I'll tell you why I was there. We were getting ready to do a big show at Louisville Slugger Field that featured Mark Henry and the Big Show in the main event. I was managing Mark Henry against Big Show that night. So Dave Miley. Oh, and another thing we got to do, and I was just talking to somebody about this earlier today. And listen to this shit. The celebrity waiters for the luxury boxes in Louisville, and they didn't tell the fans this was going to happen or anything. And me and Cena were local big deals, but not necessarily national. They wouldn't shit their pants the way they would today if John Cena was bringing them their food.
Sure.
But then again, he was still a pretty big deal in 7 states around here at that time. So the celebrity waiters are me, John Cena, Rob Conway, Mark Henry, and the Big Show. And we're the ones bringing. So, whatever they thought of us, but goddamn, when Big Show and Mark Henry's bringing them their food, and especially the Big Show, because Big Show was still a pretty big deal regardless. And when Big Show's been, and he did not want to be there. Oh my God, he whined and bitched and just like when we did the school thing, we went to St. X to do a promo against St. X versus Trinity, the biggest rivalry game in Louisville. And Show didn't want to go. He wanted $10,000 to appear at the school and all this shit. Was sitting in the back sulking, but he had just gotten a new tattoo. And St. X's logo was the St. X Tigers. Show had just gotten his big, gorgeous tiger tattooed on his shoulder. So when they bring him out to confront it, because me and Henry and Mr. Black are cutting a promo on what Trinity is going to do to St. X. We claimed that Christopher was a star running back for Trinity, and he was going to rush for over 400 yards and all this shit. And I'm going over getting on the coach, whose name I can't think of right now. Somebody in here from Louisville would probably know who it is. William gets paid tomorrow there, Bob. How about that?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we'll see how that works out.
One of these days.
One of these days, I'm going to get me a mousetrap. So, I got a TC from the NC just donated $10. He got in there late tonight, but he got in there. So I can't think of the guy's name, but he's just a legend here in Louisville. And I go to confront him, letting him know what my son's going to do to him. And he said, well, you don't realize we got a secret weapon here today, Mr. Bolin. I said, oh, yeah? Bring him out. Bring me your secret weapon. Have you seen what I'm surrounded with? Well, it's the Big Show. So what they do is they got one of the big fat students dressed as the Big Show. And they're bringing him out to the Big Show's music. And here we come, me and Henry and Mr. Black are standing there. And here comes this little fat kid from St. X dressed as the Big Show. And we're laughing, going, are you kidding me? This little fat punk here dressed. Come on, stop it. You're making us laugh. You're trying to laugh us to death, coach. What the hell? And he says, they look at me and they said, oh, but we also have one more surprise. So they played the Big Show's music again. I said, well, y'all stop it. We've gone through this nonsense. Y'all ain't got to stop it. And then it's the Big Show. And the Big Show comes out and he's got his tattoo of the tiger on his arm. Well, he's in a whole other mood now because that gymnasium is jam-packed. They got 2,200 boys in there. It's a boys' school.
Right.
They got 2,200 boys going ape shit crazy that the big show's there. And they're jumping down and celebrating with him. And then he's showing that fucking tattoo and what they're going to do to us. And, oh, he was in a whole nother world, man. He had the time of his life that he had their logo on his shoulder. So he was smart enough to take advantage of it. And then told everybody that he did it just for them. So, and one of the most fun things he said he ever did was participating in that. And all he did was bitch, whine, and moan the whole time he was there till he realized they were the St. X Tigers. And that there was 2,200. He thought there was going to be 30 people out there. He didn't know.
Right.
He just didn't realize what a rivalry game this is. I'm just silent watching. Well, you lied about that because you're not silent. You just commented. And you're watching, so you can't comment and be silent. It doesn't work that way.
Yeah, it's
right?
mutually exclusive. It's like when you go to a book and you open it up and it says this page intentionally left blank.
Yeah.
Well, that writing on it makes it no longer blank.
And I tell every one of you, if you're watching the fucking show, comment so we know you're watching. Sitting there in silence, don't do shit.
Yeah.
But Kenny, you'll ask us for a donation. Well, not the Filipinos. They're the ones we're here raising money for.
They'll ask us for a donation.
But TC from the NC got in a $10 donation there just a second ago. It is 10:13 p.m. We have been here for over an hour. Your Rangers, I did watch them the other night. What's their record right now?
They are 5-1, 6-1.
You know what I do? I go and I watch my Reds live. I've got a package now for $19 a month. No more blackout. For 9 years, the Reds games have been blacked out in Louisville, unless you had Dish Network, or not Dish Network, but the DirecTV.
DirecTV.
So unless you had DirecTV, you were blacked out. YouTube TV didn't matter. MLB TV didn't matter. Home and road. Why you black out fucking road games, I'll never know. There's no sense to that whatsoever.
Right. And how far is it? How far is it to Cincinnati from Louisville?
99 miles.
Oh, see, that's
99. Technically, it's 103. That's why that no games should be blacked out. But because of some of the suburban areas of Cincinnati with the suburban areas of Louisville, or maybe only 80 miles, 85 miles, they would put us in the blackout range. But from downtown to downtown is 103 miles. So there used to never be blackouts of Cincinnati Reds games because we were beyond the 100-mile blackout range by 3 miles. It's like Indianapolis. Indianapolis is 109 miles. So Pacer games were never blacked out here. We would get them all live. So for 9 years, we have not seen a live Reds game here unless it was on network television. So this year, they come up with Reds TV, and you can get it with your MLB TV package, FUBU, everything except YouTube TV. Couldn't get it with them, but you could get it with various other sources. DirecTV. I don't know if Dish Network still exists or not, but they named all these TV packages except YouTube TV. So my friend has got MLB TV that he lets me use every year with his phone deal. I've been using that for 6 years. And then I went on to MLB TV here, and for $19 a month, or $99 for the year, I've still got a couple of days to make up my mind how I want to pay it. But the $19 a month is pretty easy, and I get 25 games live in my living room, which I've never been able to get. And you can start it whenever you want. Skip through the commercials, pitching changes, all that. So I normally start the games about an hour late, and lets me skip through. And if we're getting our ass handed to us, then I just pause it and catch it later. But the great thing though is normally within 30 minutes of when the games are over, you have 3 ways you can watch the game, 4 ways. You can watch it live with your commentators, live with the opposing team's commentators, or in its entirety, or you can see a recap version. It's 3 to 4 minutes long. Do that with most teams. Or if you want to see the condensed version, it ranges anywhere from 9 to 14 minutes, depending on what all was going on. And if I really like the 2 teams going on, that's a great way to watch the game.
Yeah,
so I remember watching one of the Ranger games in condensed form. But normally I watch everybody in recap, and I watch every game.
It's amazing when you take out all the time between pitches, and
there ain't much going on.
There's not a lot going on when you watch a full game in 10 minutes, right? It's
There's never been a game. There's never been a condensed game that was ever longer than 14 minutes on MLB TV. There's 14 minutes of shit worth
like 18 innings or something, right? Yeah. Even then, most of those are like
even then they still condense it to 14 minutes.
Sure.
Because there's a lot of shit that didn't happen to get you to 18 innings.
Yeah, it's like here's a pitch and there's a ground out, and there's the pitch. There's the especially if they don't show every single pitch. I think the Mariners are the first ones that started doing that. They showed every pitch, and it would take anywhere from 15 to
the
30
two
minutes.
biggest pops the Reds got on the second Red Sox game. The first Red Sox game, we were down 1-0 in the ninth. We should have challenged the pitch. If we'd have challenged the pitch, it would have been strike 3, inning over. We had 2 challenges. They didn't challenge the fucking pitch. There was no reason to go to the bank with that challenge. They didn't challenge it. Next pitch, 2-run fucking homer.
Right.
If they had challenged it, inning over. But those fucking idiots didn't challenge. So now we're down 3-0. So didn't come back. We ended up losing, I think, 3-1. We got 1 run in the ninth. So then we win our next 3 games. But in game 2, the 2 biggest pops, remember, we had hit 2 home runs earlier in the game. But the 2 biggest pops of the day are when Eugenio Suarez challenged 2 pitches in a row, and they were switched from strikes to balls. The Reds made 6 challenges that game, won all 6. And what was that referee? Because you said you saw the highlights.
C.B. Buckner was the umpire.
C.B. Buckner. Oh, my God.
I read that they could have actually challenged up to 20 pitches that he was wrong.
Probably. Oh, yeah. Easily. And the poor Red Sox blew their challenges within the first 2 innings.
Yeah.
And so there had to have been 20 they could have challenged that would have been switched, because once he knew he wasn't going to get called, that strike zone got mighty wide. And he was getting so pissed at all those challenges.
I would think that there'd be some professional pride that you would want to have a decent strike zone. And if you're not, I mean, is it, I don't know. I mean, obviously that comes in so fast. I'm lucky I can see it.
If I had 6 pitches switched inside of 2 or 3 innings, I would be embarrassed.
I'd call the third base umpire and ask,
just swap. This ain't my day.
Yeah, that'd be hilarious.
And his strike zone was extremely wide. That was the problem. He was getting the lows and the highs pretty good. But today, a Cincinnati Reds makes a dumb. Our rookie that's hitting like 750. Blanking out on his name. He's the one I had you look up the other day. He's the rookie catcher.
Oh, started with an S. Or it was like
started with an S
or something like
never
that.
Can think of his fucking name. And he's hitting like 750 through the first 3 or 4 games of the season. And today we're down 6-1, and he gets a pitch that he thinks is a little high. He challenges it.
Sal Stewart. So you're thinking
Sal Stewart. I don't how I can remember that name. I'll never know. He's leading the majors in batting average and on base percentage. He's a fucking rookie. He's 22 years old. He's setting the world on fire in the first few games of the season. And he seems to be a very smart player. Has been very smart. Makes good heady decisions. I mean, he's playing way ahead of his years. I remember at 27 playing for Trevecca Nazarene College. People liked how I play. Well, I was 27. Everybody else on the team was fucking 18, 19, 20 years old. I'm 27. So, yeah, I should be making better decisions. I should be stronger. But he's 22 and is making fucking great decisions. Well, today we're down 6-1. And in the first pitch to him, he thinks it's a little high. So he challenges it. Well, it wasn't. It was a strike. And so they went to Jim Day down in the dugout, and Jim Day, he's whispering, well, I tell you, I think he's going to be hearing about this when he gets back to the dugout. They don't seem to be real happy. Well, of course not. No. Because now if you got the bases loaded and you got a questionable pitch, you're down a challenge, or you might be out of them if someone else does the same stupid shit. So you got to be wise about those challenges, and you have to be feeling pretty much 100% right, because they had a smart-ass catcher for the Red Sox. Challenged 2 pitches in a row with nobody on base. He was wrong on both. Blew their challenges. So there's your baseball talk for today. Who's my love? I wish I had more than one bonus check. That's for sure. I hate that you all are struggling.
Yeah, she's asking Jana to get a bonus so Jana can give her more money. Indirectly.
Who's Maya Love, and where does she hail from?
Maya Love apparently is Filipino. She's this person right here.
Oh, okay.
At May Love. At May Love.
Okay, I was going to say, well, Maya Love. Seems to be a little something behind that.
Man.
No, I had to block one of the Filipinos today because I looked up and saw that they had called me over 100 times. 100 fucking times.
So speaking of Maya, how's she doing? I haven't heard from her in a while.
Doing real good. She's going to college in Germany right now. Her third damn college. She graduated from Bellarmine here with honors. Graduated in Dublin with honors, and now she's taking her final, whatever it is she's learning there in Munich, Germany. And she will have 10 years of college under her belt once she gets done in Germany.
Wow.
And whatever it is, she's supposed to be making some hellacious money once she gets it. So that'll be good for her. And I think she's still got one more year left, or a little less than a year. And that's why she's been going to Munich for that. And did anybody from LinkedIn ever make a comment? Or are they scared to death they'd have to?
I don't know that live comments show up from LinkedIn, but
I don't know.
Let me see if I can go to LinkedIn and see if I even see the stream. So LinkedIn.
They saw the stream. They said the little surprise show I did yesterday had 200 and something impressions, whatever that is. I think it claimed 68 people. So I don't know how you make 228 impressions, but 68 people saw it.
I assume you're under Kenny Bolin or Kenneth W.
Probably Kenneth W. would be my guess.
Bolin. Let's see.
Yeah, we're broadcasting live on there now.
No, you actually are under Kenny Bolin.
Am I
CEO of the Bolin Alley.
Yeah, that would be the one.
And John Lusk Mantell is a mutual friend of ours.
Who's that?
And John Lusk Mantell.
Yeah.
I haven't heard from Johnny Mantell in forever. God. I knew he was sick.
I can't even place who that is. How do I know this person?
So Johnny Mantell was a Texas. He was the guy that
goes without saying.
Yeah, so he was the guy that took over the Hall of Fame when it moved from New York to Wichita Falls, and then it just shut down, and there was quite a bit of controversy about what's going on with that, and then it went back to New York State, or somebody in New York State reopened a new one or whatever. He was he did a podcast for a little while, as every wrestler in the world did at one point or another.
That's something else I want to rant about here soon when I get the chance. I am sick of our politicians, governors, senators, and congressmen. All of them got a fucking podcast, and all of them are running fucking daily podcasts when they should be fucking working. Seemingly every fucking one of them. And that goes for the governor of California too. He shouldn't have time to be running a fucking podcast. Maybe run one on Saturdays for an hour to have 90 minutes to answer the people's questions. Do that. Not just to be fucking doing a podcast to be making money and blowing yourself. That's my job.
Exactly. And they should come on and do our podcast and blow you.
Yeah, if you want to come on and do a podcast, do ours.
Yeah. So LinkedIn does make comments. I went over there and made one. So
did you? Oh, there it is.
Yeah, I just put it up.
Well, at least we know it works. We know it works.
About time to do another hair color job.
Fucking tightwads or a bunch of scammers, one of the two.
Yeah.
All right. Well, at least we know it works. We'll keep this and just lit up over here. Bob Hazelwood has commented from LinkedIn. So there we go. All right. Well, what else we want to yap about here for the final 5 minutes?
Is there?
But anything? I do want to do a show. I want to bitch about senators, congressmen, governors, all of them in the fucking podcasting business. I am also sick of our politicians making money while they're on the job. Once your terms are over, go make all the fucking money you want. Somebody gives enough shit about you to pay you to come and talk. Fine, go make all your fucking money then. But while you're serving this country, and like Kirsten Sinema was in bed with Big Pharma, that dick lick from West Virginia. What was his name? The guy who was a Democrat.
I know who you're talking about.
And then that Fetterman, that piece of shit.
Well, and even what's her face? Nancy
Mace or whatever her name is.
No, not Nancy Mace. The used to be the Speaker of the House.
Pelosi.
How much money has she made in stock trades?
Shitload.
Yeah.
Shitload. Yes. No, her and and Republicans out there, and a lot of them been making money off the war. Republicans getting inside tips of making bets on when shit's going to happen in the war, making bets on oil prices.
Yeah, there was
I wonder how they're getting that information.
5 minutes before Trump announced he was not attacking the Straits of Hormuz, there was a large purchase of shorts on an oil thing.
$1 million off one bet.
Yeah.
Said it looks suspicious.
Insane.
Yeah, you think? You think? So, what do you do? What you do is you got to clean house and get them all fucking out. But nobody, including the president, as a matter of fact, somebody pointed this out on Bill Maher this week. They said that he said that it shows that Trump has made over $1.6 billion since he's been in office. He says, we got evidence that shows he's made 3 or 4 times more than that, but whatever. He said the president has used the office to profit $1.6 billion on the low end and maybe $5 or $6 billion on the high end. And we don't see anything crooked about that. Oh, well, because he's doing it in front of us, that makes it fine. No, it ain't fine. No, if you can't agree to go serve the country for the money they want to pay you, which for the president is $440,000. For the vice president, seems to be a little low, but it's like $240,000. He gets about half what the president gets. Well, I guess do half the work then.
Maybe.
But
if that much.
Yeah, and congressmen and senators are slated at anywhere from $175,000 to $240,000, give or take. Well, if you can't work for that amount of money, then don't go fucking do the job. Do something else. Be a podcaster. Be an investor. Do that. But don't be doing it while you're serving the country because you're on the take. You're manipulating the stock market to favor you and not the rest of us.
Yeah.
And most of us ain't in the goddamn stock market anyway.
Well, and even if you're not manipulating it, just the fact that you've got the insider information that lets you have advance notice.
That information I don't have.
Yeah.
And that is not fair. So no, if you can't work for the amount of money that you signed a contract to work for, then you shouldn't be there. And that goes for all of them, independents, Democrats, Republicans, whoever. And who's going to enforce it, though? Because the only one who can change the laws are the ones making the money. So it would take a hostile takeover to force all those motherfuckers out and start from scratch. It would have to be a hostile takeover. Because what else are you going to do? All those that are making millions of dollars on insider trading and just being government crooks are going to, well, we shouldn't do that anymore. Let's put a stop to this shit. I'm tired of making money. Ain't going to happen. So we're stuck with crooks because you got crooks governing crooks.
Sure.
Republican and Democrat alike. Just seems to be a lot more Republicans doing it than Democrats, but they both have their fair share.
I think the Republicans are just doing it out in the open more.
Well, fuck.
They aren't pretending anymore, right?
Who's going to do anything about it? Trump? No, I think I haven't. Well, I was able to blow us up full screen, but now I can't see the comments.
So, yeah, if you do Shift F, that should blow it up full screen. And then if you do Shift F again,
I Shift F, I hit the little square. And so, yeah, I'm giant size now.
Yeah, so if you do Shift F, or again, it should take it back to normal.
Shift F. Oh, let's try that. Shift. Where's the F? Okay, it did, but it didn't help me with the comments.
It's yes.
So I see you fine, but all the comments go away when I hit that little square sign. Yeah, now I'm the full 55 inches here.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I see us just fine.
Now hit Shift F again, and it should take it back down to where it brings the comments back on.
It does, but they're still fucked.
Okay.
Because I just did that, but let me do it again.
All right.
Where'd my shift go? Shift it. Yeah, where'd it go? Yep. Comments are still fucked. I think wrestling is boring now.
Well,
I got an answer for that. Don't watch wrestling. See how easy that was? Bob and I had instantly the same answer.
Yeah, don't watch it. So is there anything at WrestleMania that you're really looking forward to? Any of the matches?
Well, hang on here. So, William, you get paid tomorrow. Is tomorrow the day that you pay the balance that you owe in order to get your picture? And just say a simple yes or no. And then we will know what to do with this account again for about the 4th or 5th time. The other guy, Boondah, said he was going to do $80, and he's going to be in William Sellers prison because it's been 2 or 3 days now, and he, of course, never paid his $80 that he pledged. And we don't take kindly to that shit around here. Because the Filipinos see that and they get excited thinking they got $80 worth of help coming. $80 is just shy of helping 3 families eat every day for 2 weeks. That's how big a deal $80 to $90 is. So when you pledge 150 or 450 or 250 or whatever the fuck you pledge, Filipinos see that, get excited about it, and then you don't do it for months and months and months. You fuck them over on my show, which I don't take kindly to. So I try to cut you all some slack. Don't pledge something that you ain't fucking got. That's a very simple thing. Don't pledge something you ain't fucking got. But when you do that, it really pisses me the fuck off. So, William, I try to give you a little bit of slack. But this has been dragging on for a fucking year now. So tomorrow's the day. And if you make your pledge tomorrow, I'll still get you your picture. I've held it for you. I've got it right here behind my chair. And I'll still get you your picture. But you have, and you're going to pay some interest too. So instead of 150, it's now 200. Because you've been dragging these people out for a fucking year. Which is bullshit. And you know it. So I want an apology for the people. The 200, you've got till 5 o'clock tomorrow to do it. And if you don't, then fuck it. You'll be gone again. And then 6 months from now, you'll be back on here again. Tell us it's your payday. And we'll start the shit all over again. Because one of these days, you might wake up and realize we've treated you pretty good here. But do not fuck with me and do not fuck with my people. Because if you do, well, you've seen what the penalty is. You can go hang out with that other show. I hear they don't like you either. But you got your own podcast, right? So William, I want a yes or a no what you're going to do tomorrow. And then I expect you to fucking honor it. And then we'll be good. And if not, you'll be back in the same shithole that you were in before. All right. So there you go. Bob, what do you got?
We'll see. Okay. He says, okay, 200.
All right. Fair enough. We'll see. You know where my Cash App is.
And if you're not going to do it, don't come here and say you're going to.
Just don't do it.
I mean, just say, no, I can't. If you can't, you can't. That's fine. Yeah. But be honest about it. It's not.
But it hurts these people to think you're going to help, and then you don't.
And it's the lying that pisses us off more than anything else.
It's the lying. That's why we hate Donald Trump. He's a fucking habitual piece of shit fucking liar. He couldn't tell the truth if his goddamn life depended on it. And I don't like people like that. As you can tell, I've gotten rid of a lot of them on the show. Hi, meow, meow. Hi, dear, meow, meow.
Only Kenny's allowed to lie around here. Don't.
Yeah, just me. That's the only one. Hi, meow, meow.
So the question I had for you was, is there anything on the WrestleMania card that you're looking forward to?
Run them down and remind me what all's coming up. I have to admit, obviously, Cody and Randy, I'm looking very forward to seeing. And I think I got a pretty good idea how things.
Punk and Roman Reigns.
I think that could be very interesting. That could be.
Brock and Oba Finley. Oba Femi.
Tell you what, I was shitting all over Oba at the beginning because, and I was one of the ones, because Paul Heyman even said it, overhyped. And I was saying the same thing. But and I also said he was fake. I don't like the voice. There's a lot of put on with him. Mm-hmm. The ones that really make it in wrestling are the ones that reach into their natural who they are. The Bret Harts, the Stone Cold Steve Austins, the Shawn Michaels. Michaels was a fucking asshole. Mm-hmm. So when Michael started being a fucking asshole, that's when he got over.
All right.
Triple H was not Hunter Hearst fucking Helmsley. He was the fucking asshole he became with Shawn Michaels.
Right.
And when you reach into who you are, that is Jerry the King Lawler. Lawler, trust me, the Lawler we saw is who he fucking was. You know, and his shit was so real because there's a reason for it. That's what he would say and what he would do.
Right.
And so, but Oba, he's so big and intimidating, and his entrance is pretty good. I'm still against the fake voice and all that shit. There's a lot of, but he is.
Well, now the accent's real. The accent's not fake.
Well, no, I didn't say the accent. The way he portrays himself.
Oh yeah.
No, I'm not talking about the accent.
Okay, the gimmick is the ruler, right? He's whatever, and so that's. I kind of get the strut to the screen to the.
Yeah, it'd be like me getting on somebody's English accent. It's not the.
Yeah, but
like that Kaiser guy. That Kaiser guy, when he's doing his natural shit, is great, and he's not even with the company anymore, is he?
Oh, he is. He's El Grande Americano.
Oh my fucking god! Oh, I heard they were about to get rid of him. Is that not true?
No. So the original, the Chad Gable El Grande Americano, is like
Yeah.
super over in the United States, but
Yeah.
not in Mexico. In
Okay.
Mexico, the Kaiser, Ludwig Kaiser version,
the Kaiser Permanente. Yeah.
yeah, I was going to say Kaiser Wilhelm, but the
Yeah.
Ludwig Kaiser version is super over in Mexico as a baby face. I mean, they love him down there. So it's
Yeah.
hilarious. We've got this German guy pretending to be an American legendary luchador in Mexico. So it's like, can you possibly get more
My
convoluted?
favorite version is him when he was coming out with Dickless.
With Gunther.
Where's he at in WrestleMania?
So Gunther last night set up a program with Seth Rollins. So
Okay.
Rollins, which is kind of out of nowhere, right? We're like,
Yeah.
where the hell is this coming from? So Rollins, Heyman is out there. He's doing his blah blah blah. Adam Pearce comes out.
I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, so Adam Pearce comes out, says, by the way, they didn't arrest, they dropped all the charges against Seth Rollins. And by the way, as of right now, he's medically cleared. So Rollins shows up, and then Heyman is about to get pummeled, and then out of nowhere, Gunther comes out, and we're like, okay, did Heyman hire Gunther to take out Rollins? Did Gunther just suddenly decide that his career killer gimmick is going to take out Rollins? Because that's not going to happen, right?
No,
it makes no
wouldn't
sense.
think.
Makes now, so they still have 2 weeks, 2 more Raws to tell a story to try to explain it. But when I saw it, I thought, okay, this could be a really good match, but it smacks of Tony Khan booking.
You can take down Williams' comment there. That way people can see how to donate if we got any last minute people trying to get through over on StreamYard.
Yeah. So there's that. Then so Gunther and Seth is a match. I mean, it could be a good match, but like there's no story behind it right now, so I don't get the point behind it. Jade Cargill versus Rhea Ripley. Cargill's so green. I mean, I love her look, but
she is. But I tell you, the look that I like better than any of them right now is Lash Legend. Lash Legend is a fucking woman and can work.
Yeah,
and is way better than Jade at this point, in my opinion.
Yeah. So,
but Mr. Cargill was going into the Reds Hall of Fame. Brandon Phillips, they're putting him in the Reds Hall of Fame. I think mid-April, April 15th, something like that.
Yeah. Stephanie Vaquer
be here in Cincinnati for that. I don't know. I need to get with my announcer friend and find out.
Yeah, Stephanie Vaquer versus Liv Morgan. I hope they put the belt back on Morgan.
Match.
Yeah,
that'll be a pretty entertaining match.
Intercontinental Championship ladder match. This could be interesting.
What is WrestleMania on this year?
April. It's on ESPN. It's April. It's 2 weeks.
I probably won't even see it because I am not going to pay for ESPN to get it. They want like $40 a month or something like that to get.
Well, so I get it bundled with my Disney and Hulu package for like $35 a month for all three.
Oh,
so
I ain't doing that.
Well, I watch Disney Plus because I've been watching I've been watching Apple TV. I forgot.
Well, see, I got Cody, and all I got to do is find my favorite shows, type it in Cody, and it shows them.
Right.
So I have no reason to even get those.
The Intercontinental Championship ladder match: Penta, who's the champion, versus Javon Evans, versus Rusev, versus Dragon Lee, versus JD McDonough.
They have Rusev on WrestleMania,
and that's a total waste of time. And in a ladder match.
Yeah,
with guys that jump around and like Dragon Lee and Javon Evans and even JD McDonough. Rusev is like one of these things is not like the others.
Well, I could care less about that one. That's for damn sure.
Okay, so women's Intercontinental Champion AJ Lee versus Becky Lynch should be a decent match, but
Becky Lynch against who?
AJ Lee.
One little skinny bitch against another one. So.
Yeah. U.S. Championship, Sami Zayn versus Trick Williams.
I hear some people were upset over Sami winning the title the other day.
No,
what were they upset about?
So Trick Williams hit the dude that was the champion, and Sami took advantage of it. So it was kind of a little bit of
advantage of Trick hitting. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so it was a little bit of a heelish thing, but that's fine. Sami needs to go back to being a heel, and he needs to cut off his wild ass beard and Got his hair back there short, so
He ain't
says the
going
guy
there.
with there now.
He ain't going
Women's Tag Team Championship, Fatal 4-Way. I hate Fatal 4-Ways, and I hate Tag Team Fatal 4-Ways. Holy crap.
Never liked him. Never
So
liked
it's
him myself.
Nia and Lash versus the Bellas versus Charlotte and Alexa versus Bailey and Lyra Valkyria. So
yeah,
chaos. Just a way to get people some checks.
Not overly excited about that either.
Unsanctioned match: Drew McIntyre versus Jacob Fatu.
Fucking glass. So it's on. They went out there trying to make a big deal. I did see that segment, making a big deal over it being unsanctioned and no. Fuck it.
Yeah. So how's the unsanctioned match any different than a no DQ match? Or
it's not. It's not.
Not,
just more verbiage.
Brock versus Oba, Seth versus Gunther, Finn Balor versus Dominic.
Who you got winning in Brock versus Oba?
I think they put Oba over, but I think they do it in a way that makes Brock look really strong still.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think it's
they have to do something if there is going to be any more Brock Lesnar. I mean, now if Brock is on his way out and he's done, they're claiming that this might be his last
the other
year.
thing is it might just be a double
Brock
count
does
out.
Seem like he's willing to put the guy over pretty. Brock has been selling for him pretty good.
Yeah, I think it might be a double count out outside the ring. You know,
possibility too. That's possibility. Really piss the fans off when you don't give them anything.
Right. So I think the Cody and Randy match will be good. I think
that should, based upon their training, should steal the show. I
think the Punk and Reigns, if they tell the story right, would be really good.
Every potential to be extremely good.
Other than that, I think Seth and Gunther will be a good match. But again, there's just no story behind it right now.
I'm sure there'll be something there. But I'm one of these guys that has never ever took Sami Zayn seriously. Sammy does not have the look of beating anybody in a fucking wrestling match.
Sammy's
Sammy, if I was to walk into a goddamn locker full of wrestlers, Kenny, in my prime, let's say at age 32, Kenny, you got to fight one of these motherfuckers. Oh my, please give me that bearded fuck over there. Let me take my chances with him. I mean, this should be an easy day at the park.
Would you take Sammy or would you choose Kevin Owens?
I'd take Sammy because at least Kevin's got a little weight on him. At least Kevin, it might give you a tough day at the office, even though he's a fat fuck.
Yeah.
But no, I'd fight Sammy in a heartbeat over Kevin. Well, at least Kevin's got a little weight on him. If he lands something, he looks like he hurt. And he's supposed to be the prize fighter. So maybe Kevin is tougher than I think he is. But I don't see Kevin, physical appearance wise. Kevin don't look like he should be able to whip about 80% of the roster. You know,
well, I mean,
Phil Hickerson. Phil Hickerson was a fat fuck. Didn't look like he should be able to whip anybody.
All right.
But they got a lot of mileage out of him.
I never took like that or the whole PYQI. I never took any of that serious because of how he looked.
No, of course. No. But no, Kevin is Kevin still got an injury going on?
Kevin's still out. Although there are some people that say that maybe Kevin's the guy on the phone with Randy.
Yeah, and Kevin is, from what I understand, is a very nice guy. I got a feeling Kevin and I would get along very good.
Yeah.
But that was Jimmy's problem with him, is that he would refuse to get in shape. He wouldn't do well. That'd take me away from my kids. All right, well, you know, if you're a fat manager like me, you can do that.
All right.
But when your profession is your look, you know, and perception is 90% of wrestling, and you don't have the look, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens don't have the fucking look. And Sammy's hair and the beard and all that nasty shit. And he just don't look like he can fucking whip anybody. Sammy might be toughest guy in the locker room for all I know. But the perception is that he doesn't. And I would have never, ever, I don't give a fuck how good you can work. If you don't look like you can whip anybody, you probably shouldn't be. Oba looks like who the fuck's going to beat him?
Yeah, he looks like a tough guy.
There. I mean, when I look at that, I'm going, Brock's in deep shit.
Yeah,
that's what I see when I see him get in the ring. Brock, you know, you've been looking pretty good against most, but you don't look so good against this guy.
Right.
This motherfucker's going to beat your ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Brock looks solid right now.
Huh?
Yeah. Brock looks solid right now.
Yeah, he does. But
Oba just looks like
the other day. They said, "Well, what's your pick on Brock Lesnar?" So he's got bird legs. Compared to an Oba, he's got bird legs.
Yeah.
But
part of that's Brock is so big in the chest that his legs look smaller than they probably are. But
I've seen a lot of big legs, and Brock ain't got any. So,
okay, there you go.
well, I sat in the locker room with him every day for a couple of years, and you didn't.
You did.
So why don't
and
you
you
just
looked at
tone
his
it
legs.
down?
No, I'm agreeing with you.
I felt his legs.
You spent more time touching Brock's legs than I have.
Goddamn right I did. I know a good bird leg when I see it, and I know chicken when I see it. I tell you who's got the legs that to be envious of. If you want to be built like somebody and just look like you're not to be fucked with, Randy Orton is that guy. I do not want to fuck with Randy.
Yeah.
He looks like you can't hurt him.
Well,
looks like you cannot hurt him.
JBL used to have that line, if you wanted to build a prototypical pro wrestler, you'd start with Randy Orton.
Well, back when he was 19, I don't know if I agreed with that, but goddamn, he
he's a
looks better
skinny
now
dude
than he
back
did
then.
when he left OVW.
Yeah.
Randy looks better now than he's ever looked at any time in his life. That is amazing. And what is he, 45? 46?
40, let's see here.
40-something.
Randy Orton. Randall, 46. In fact, tomorrow's Randy's birthday.
Well, I'll have to wish him a happy birthday then. I'll make sure to get that done. April 1st?
April 1st, 1980. He'll be 46
Yeah, my
years old
sister's
tomorrow.
birthday's today. She was a day away from being born a complete fool. So happy birthday to Janice. And happy birthday to Randy Orton. I'll make sure to wish him a happy birthday tomorrow. And but no, well, as a matter of fact, he's just gonna have to get pissed at me. My son says that his total motivation of him getting in shape and looking better than he's ever looked at the age of 39 is Randy Orton. He's Randy's my inspiration.
Randy is super jacked. I mean, he came back from that injury just looking like,
Man.
Yeah.
Well, he's talking about when he gets up over 300, he feels bloated, but at 280, he feels in great shape. 275, 280.
Right.
Yeah, I know how I feel when I've got an extra 30 pounds on me, but
he's 6'2", 6'3", your son?
I think he says he's 6'3". Yeah.
Okay.
6'3". And but Randy's Randy's leg when you compare Randy's legs to Brock's legs or shit of Seth Rollins or anybody else, there ain't nobody got legs like Randy Orton. I mean, and I don't know how hard he works at them, but whatever he's done has worked. And holy shit, I mean, but he looks like you can't hurt him. There's been guys in the locker room that whatever I knew about wrestling or fighting, there's a lot of guys in the locker room did not intimidate me. That if we got to go, we'll go and we'll see how it works out. Jimmy used to call it the 3 steps of doom. Don't let Kenny get 3 steps on you, because if he gets you down, you're fucked.
Yeah.
Randy is not one of those guys. Needless to say, I don't know that you can give me 10 shots at Obafemi and I don't see him going anywhere. Yeah. And obviously I took the pie face from Brock Lesnar, which I should have fell down and sold a broken arm and sued the motherfuckers, what I should have done. Because he was worth a chunky sum of money even back then. I should have sold that fucking thing for all it was worth. I'd be living on his money today. But I didn't. I was stupid. So have you seen Man on the Run yet, Bob?
No, I've not. Man on the Run it's a documentary about Paul McCartney.
Well, that seems to be a good one to write it about. Man on the Run or
Band on the Run, right? Yeah. I haven't seen that. The movie I want to see right now that's out is the Project Hail Mary. That's the one that I want to.
That looks like that could be pretty good. I'm sure that's probably on Cody by now. But the movie that you have to see, if you want to hate somebody who politically lines up with me, but not in this movie, is the Sean Penn movie. Everybody, what's the name of that fucking movie? Just won a bunch of awards.
Everybody's talking about me. No, I don't know.
No, it's the most recent Sean Penn movie.
Let me look it up because I don't remember the name.
God damn it. It's one of the movies I'm putting over big is the Sean Penn movie.
Superpower. No.
Nope.
Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
No. God damn it.
Look. Let's see. One Battle After Another. That's
the one.
Yeah, One Battle After Another.
That is the one. Sean Penn plays an asshole in this fucking
Colonel Stephen J. Lockjaw.
Oh my God. What a name. The name just matches the asshole he is.
So that's a Leonard DiCaprio movie. Okay.
Yeah, Leo's in it. And but it is a great movie. I had I heard the title and all right, these two, I'll give it a shot. And I just got absorbed in it. It was just one of those so I watched half of it one night, the other half the next.
You were probably just entranced by Teyana Taylor.
She's nice, but that wasn't the reason. There's this fine acting in this movie, fine acting, and she does a great job. I think it was her first movie, wasn't it? The teenager that's in it. The teenager that's in it, it's her first ever movie, and she does a great job too. And the other movie that was real good is
no, Teyana Taylor's been around for a while.
Well, it's the teenage girl that's in it, and I can't think of her name, but it was her first movie, and she does an amazing job too. What is was it the Housemaid? And
they're not showing a lot of pictures here. So
Nia
Leone is baby Charlene.
I had a family member that saw Housemaid in the Philippines and said it was doing real well over there. But Housemaid is an excellent movie, way better than I thought it was going to be. Excellent fucking movie. And God, I need to get caught up on my Cody movies because there's some coming out in April that look like they're going to be pretty good.
I've been binge watching The Tracker to get caught up with this season. I didn't realize I hadn't seen any of this season so far. The Tracker.
Oh, I love Tracker. Did you see the Jericho one yet?
Not yet. I'm not up to that point yet. So I'm about halfway through the season.
Jericho doesn't come up till about 30-something minutes into the movie, but into that episode. But once he's in it, you'll kind of have to look for it. He doesn't look like Chris Jericho.
Yeah.
He doesn't look, but once you realize who they're talking to, you'll realize it's Jericho. And I wrote him. I haven't heard back from him yet, but I wrote him and told him I thought it was an excellent episode.
He should come on the show and talk about it since he's not doing anything else on TV right now.
He's not doing anything else. Yeah, he should be fine. He's doing his concerts and shit like that. And he wrote me all the time when he and I both were in Cornette shit. I used to hear from him shit at least once a week. I haven't heard from him a lot lately. But then again, if he sees my Twitter post and if he is a Trump supporter,
it's probably
he may not be a big fan of mine these days. Because there's not a day that goes by that I ain't posting multiple shit that I'm finding about Trump. And if it rats that pedophile piece of shit out for what he is, I'm normally posting it. I do not have any comments at all. I got it full screen, so at least I can see you on here. But no, you're crystal clear. And
it's a screen resolution problem. We'll figure it out. It's not anything to do with the cameras.
It really sucks.
So that screen looks like it's, instead of it being like 1920 by 1280, it's like it's like 1500 by 700.
And I've gone into the settings and because there's a 100% option, then 90%, then 80%.
Sister, my sister, Janice Risen says, "Hey Kenny, I'm here."
Oh, is Janice in here?
She says she is, or a person claiming to be Janice is here.
Well, I don't know.
I don't know why you'd want to claim to be Janice if you weren't.
I lowered the zoom down to 33% and it's making the screen bigger.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Let's go to 67%. Well, you know what? When I did that, now I can see a few more of the comments.
Put it at 100%.
But everything above is way too big. From the what do you call it? Like where I have YouTube TV, Walmart, Kentucky Radar, MSN, Instagram, Uber Eats or whatever, eBay, all my shit that I need to click, that's too big. Everything above that's too big.
I have no idea.
But now that I've lowered it, I now see 1, 2, 3. Let me see. I'll let you know if this is her or not. Oh yeah, that's probably Janice. Spelled the last name right. A lot of people don't do that. Janice, I'm shocked you're up as late. Did you get to go out and have dinner tonight? And so I know it's really you. What was the reason you told me that you might not be going out to dinner? And if you answer that question, I'll know it's really you. So you didn't get to go out to dinner. And what was the reason you told me you might not get to go? And then if she answers that, I'll know that's her. I don't know who's out there trying to impersonate my sister, but
that would be kind of weird. But Yeah.
Was helping Ada. Okay, that's her. That's her.
All right, cool.
There you go. Well, maybe they'll take you out for dinner. Maybe tomorrow. Tomorrow is whose birthday tomorrow? Randy Orton. Yeah, Randy Orton.
It is Randy's birthday tomorrow.
Big star in the WWE. His birthday's tomorrow, Janice. So yeah, I told you. And Janice, I'll give you a video call tomorrow. I've been up all day and I'm wiped out, but we'll get caught up tomorrow. I tried to call her today, but I was in the middle of a work day and all that shit. But yeah, Bob, I reduced I went over here and clicked, and there's 100% option. And the smaller I lower it, the bigger our screen gets, where it's been very tiny. This is weird shit. And oh, now the comments are just oh my God, I might have fucked up. Now the comments are microscopically small. Let's go
all right, so see if you can set your screen resolution to 125%. It could be that your screen is like if it's set at a super high resolution,
yeah,
then the stuff would be just wonked up. So see if you can set it to like the way I do it on mine. If I hold down the shift key and scroll my mouse,
well, see, the bigger I hit it, the smaller everything gets. Like there's 125%. Yeah, the screen is like nothing. But when I take it down to 67%, that's a little bit more closer to normal below the tab bar. The tab bar is still way too big.
Yeah, see, like when I do it, the tab bar doesn't get changed. It's just the actual,
yeah,
the display area does, but the bookmarks.
What is working best is 60, and even then it's still not perfect. But I can see 1, 2, 3. I can see 4 people's comments. Ada's birthday is tomorrow no, it's not. Ada's birthday is December the 23rd, Janice, your daughter. Ada's birthday, no. Now there might be
Ada's dad's birthday.
Oh, Ada's dad's birthday. Okay, well that I didn't know. Yeah, Ada's birthday is December the 23rd because all of us, Ada's dad. Okay. I didn't really say, I thought it was really Janice. Now I'm starting to wonder. She knows when her daughter's birthday is. Ada's dad. Who is Ada's dad? Help me out. Remind me.
Greg Abbott.
Isn't that sad? Ada's dad. God damn it. That ain't shit, I can't remember. Remind me who Ada's dad is. And what's Maya Love thinking Janice over? Terry Bishop. I haven't heard Terry Bishop's name in forever. So his birthday's tomorrow too? Him and Randy Orton. Well, that's 2 different characters. Yeah. Terry Bishop. All right. Do you still have contact with Terry Bishop? Does he reach out to Ada every now and then? I probably just asked a real stupid question. So, yeah, set at 67%. This show would have gone a little better for me. But something is still badly wrong. Because even at the very top of the screen where it says Chrome, File, Edit, View, History, Bookmarks, Profiles, Tab, that is all off of the screen itself. It is kind of built into the background. And so that's too big. And then from the bar above, well, you've seen it. I think well, you know what? I'm going to send you one more. Because now I'll show you what it looks like now that I've dropped it to 67%. But I'm going to show you everything going all the way to the very top of the screen. You're going to see everything. Eventually. Takes 5 seconds to take the capture shot. Mm-hmm. Copy image. Find messenger. And is our sound still there?
Yeah, I hear you.
All right. Okay, so I sent you the screenshot of what it looks like now, but I sent you everything from top to bottom.
Terry Bishop has passed away, she says.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, then he's not keeping in contact with her unless
Well,
you got.
I mean, maybe he's haunting the house or something. Maybe it's one of those ghost things or something.
Did William Sellers hang in there for the whole show? And William does say he's sending 200 tomorrow.
That's what he says.
Well, William, always forgiven if you do, and I'll send you your poster. And that might take me a week or two to get it to you, but that's going to be quicker than it took you to get me the balance. But if you do that, you'll be back fine here. Now, as they say, Bob used to say it a lot. I'll believe it when I see it.
I say that a lot.
We'll move to Missouri. And let's see here. Bob, I think we've done all the damage we can do for this one particular show here. What do you think? Reluca just posted a new profile picture. Good old Reluca. Good old Luca.
I hope that she's doing better. Hope she's feeling better.
Well, she's like I told you, I was going to have to make installments on that thing we were talking about with her.
Right.
And I don't know whether to send it to her this week or next week because she, after combined, we had sent her between me and my ex-wife and what you'd done. We had sent her well over 100. And then she wrote me wanting 10 more for something sweet. So, well, you know what? Why don't we just hold in there a little bit? So what did Terry Bishop pass away of, Janice? I don't know that I heard about this. Oh, you know how you said those video things creep you out about how they show?
Yeah, I don't like the old and the new.
Itself is creepy, but but I watch them all just out of curiosity. I watch them all. Not that I get any enjoyment of how they do it. Extended the show for another hour. Extend the show for another hour. Well,
not going to happen.
That would now Bob would probably drop out anyway, but that would take a healthy donation for me to do that.
$250 right
and
now.
I don't see you being the one to do it. I'll do it for 100. He ain't gonna do that.
I'll do it for $250.
Bob hang around for $250. There you go.
Yeah.
All right.
American dollars,
so
not Australian dollars.
You heard what we want to stay for another hour. What do you got? Being as you ain't got a badge, I'm assuming next to nothing. But there you go. It took you long enough to speak. I'll give you that. But yeah, Janice, if you're still watching, let me know what Terry passed away of. But when I watch all these actors, Bob, there's a boatload of them that didn't make it. Some of them have died in their 40s, many in their 50s. And then I see some still alive, 98, still alive, 94.
Yeah.
And I think I sent you one of them because everybody was still alive, which is rare. Maybe it was the Happy Days or something. Would have been Happy Days because they ain't everybody alive. Kenny hasn't had those shows where people donate to stay since I was co-host on the Alley. No, we still let people pay to be on the show. As a matter of fact,
no. I think he's saying donate for us to stay on the air. Like if you donate, we'll stay another 30 minutes or whatever.
Oh yeah.
We do that all the time.
No, yeah, it's I think if William.
So we usually say we'll stay another 30 minutes and 2 hours go by and we're still on. So
yeah, that would happen a lot too. We'd give them more than their money's worth. We've done that before too.
So Kenny, you guys will be interested in Josh Young, you think, on your red? We'll trade Stewart for Young. Josh is only on an 0 for 17 start for the season.
Oh, that's a rough one. That's a rough
one.
Oh, you think you just walk up there and hit cross armed the opposite way, and you would.
You'd think you throw the bat out into the strike zone, and you get some kind of hit.
Now I'm guessing on this. I might be the only person to ever hit a home run in a college ballpark batting cross armed. And there's a reason for it. When I bat left-handed, I can't bat. I don't know if I have a bat handy here or not. Yeah. Or do I? No, they're over there. When I bat, I don't hold the bat like this when I bat left-handed. For whatever reason, I learned to do it cross-armed like this. So that is the only way I know how to hit, is to hit cross-armed. Everybody that saw me do that, Kenny, you can't do that. You're going to break your wrist. Well, I'm double jointed in the wrist, so that was never a possibility. So this is extremely uncomfortable to bat the way Pete Rose and every other left-handed batter did.
Yeah.
If I hold the bat like that, that is horrible. I couldn't get a hit if I stood up there all fucking day. But when I go cross-armed, I got just as much power left-handed as I do right. I'm a natural right.
I can't even imagine swinging cross-arm.
Well,
that makes me want to break my elbow.
I was told if I ever did this that I would be the only cross-arm player to ever play any level of baseball. And I played at Trevecca Nazarene College, but I only played home games because I didn't really go to Trevecca. I just played in their home baseball games because the baseball coach said, boy, we could sure use you on the team. And they didn't risk me on road games. I think they were scared. Plus, I couldn't because I had sales shit to do. But if it was a home game, I could play in most of them. So for 2 years, I played in their home baseball games. They got me a uniform, everything. I played first base or outfield, normally first base. And I was convinced my power was right. If I wanted to hit a home run, I'd bat right-handed. If I wanted to get a base hit and I was facing the right-hand pitcher, I'd bat left-handed. Never tried for homers left-handed because I had convinced myself I didn't have enough power to do that. I thought all my power was batting right-handed. So I'm up there left-handed, and this guy grooves one in, and I hit it out of the park. Batting cross-armed, left-handed at Trevecca Nazarene College, 1988. And I went, holy shit. And that fucker cleared the fence by 30 or 40 feet. And I go, fuck, I never even realized I had that much power. I want you to know the next time I come to the plate, I hit another home run. And in 2 games, I hit 3 home runs batting left-handed. Had never hit one in any ballpark in my life, little league, no matter where. I had never hit a home run batting left-handed. So the coach says, you hit those out of the park batting cross-arms. How did you not break your arms? How did you not break your wrist? I said, well, I can't even hit that way. It's just not possible. So however batting cross-arm feels to you is how batting the correct way would feel to me. Now, right-handed, oh my God, no way in hell I could hit cross-arm batting right-handed. Not a possibility. Donate. So donate to stay, no donate to go. Well, there you go. Well, you didn't even get a badge. Oh, that's right. You're Filipino, so you're not going to. My bad.
Oh, speaking of people who don't have a badge.
Who's that? Oh, the ghost?
The ghost.
Where's your fucking badge? I've done some 13 hours and did not go pee. Actually, I went 19 hours, 6 hours off the air before I went to pee.
I'm lucky to go 13 minutes usually, but
well, there is talk. I got a family member coming back to the country to get some shit handled, and we're talking about going to a Reds game. Mm-hmm. My concern is getting into the ballpark. I'm going to contact the announcer to see if he knows if there's easy ways for me to get into the ballpark. And my concern is how long it would take me to get to a bathroom if I had to go. Because it's not like I can get up and go to the upper concourse, find a bathroom, wait my turn. Because these days, if I got to go, I got to go.
Maybe they'll put you in the press box. They probably have quickly accessible bathrooms there.
If they got that, I mean, they would be idiots not to have me in the press box if you want some good announcing going on.
They should just bring you in to commentate.
They did bring Randy Savage in the broadcast booth in 1990, and after some of the shit he said, he was never invited back again. And he played minor league ball for the Reds way back when.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I think his number was 27. Randy Poffo. But yeah, I did a 13-hour show, and then 6 hours after the show is when I went to the bathroom. So I went 19 hours. Now, yesterday I took Bumax, and I was going to the bathroom every 20, 30 minutes for several hours. And those are fun when you got bad knees and a bad back. My new upstairs neighbor is helping me out. He agreed that if I let him use my Wi-Fi, he would help me clean my yard for me most every day. So that is going to be a big, big help. Appreciate that. Looks like I think Jazzy Janice money went over to the Cash App, I think. Says I got something over there. That's probably
the app of the cash.
And I transferred my Social Security check over there too, because listen to this shit. If Let me give some love to those that donated over there, including the Jazzy of Jana. If I try to transfer my Social Security check, which goes to my Chime account, if I transfer, they came in on the 25th, the first one. I tried to transfer it to PayPal. It's not going to clear till April the 2nd. April the fucking 2nd on my $1,000 Social Security check that I tried to transfer to PayPal. Transferred it on the 25th. It says it will clear on April the 2nd. Now, I got another hit on my Social Security today that came through, another $764 that they owed me. That came in today, and I finally got my Cash App linked with Chime. So to send it to PayPal, fucking over a week. I instantly transferred $800 from Chime to Cash App.
Mm-hmm.
Then I can instantly transfer that same $800 from Cash App to PayPal. And then if I transfer before 11 o'clock at night, or even midnight in many cases, if I transfer from PayPal to my other bank account, it'll go through by 7 o'clock the next morning, sometimes as early as 5:20. Anywhere between 5:20 and 8 o'clock, it'll always be there.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to do a 3-way dance to transfer my money, or wait nearly 10 days for fucking PayPal to get my Chime transaction. And but Chime blames PayPal. PayPal blames Chime. So I had to do a workaround to be able to transfer that money. So there we go. But yeah, I transferred $451 from Chime on the 25th. So how many days is that? That was 25th. It says it's expected to clear on the 2nd. Could be the 3rd or the 4th. You never know.
That's 7-8 days.
Is there any logical reason that could possibly take that fucking long to transfer from Chime to PayPal?
No, because they can transfer it instantly. It is an instant transfer.
Oh, there's an instant version. They charged me 1.7.
Well, no, but I mean, it leaves your account instantly, right? So what they're doing is they're using your money.
It actually didn't leave my account for 3 days.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's still what they're doing. Is they're using your money for free for 5 days.
Of course, yeah.
And then they're collecting all that interest, and then there you go.
Unbelievable. Always trying to fuck the little guy. That's all they do. I think we've about got everything handled here, I think.
All right.
So let's thank everybody that donated. Let me go down. Shout out to Randy the Macho Man Satterley for his $25 donation. $20 from Daniel Emily. $50 from Michigan Mike. $45 from Naughty Nicole. $8.51 from Trent Warren. Jazzy Jana with $25 and $10 from TC from the NC. And then, we had a couple of $10 donations in here. Michigan Mike, and who else was the other?
It was which the starred things. Michigan Mike and Daniel Lindley.
Yeah, there we go. So another 20 in here. So what does all that add up to for the evening?
A lot of money that I wasn't paying attention to because I was sending something to Vanessa.
Yeah. Well, let's try it again. 25, 20, so that's 45.
Right.
45 from Nicole, that's 90. 50 from Michigan Mike, that's 140. We'll round up Tim Warrens to 9, so 149. 25 from Jazz Jan and 149, so 175, 185. And then the 20 in here.
Plus the 20 in here.
205.
$200.
Now, the 20 that came in here, we will not get until April the 21st. But, we know it's coming. Should be in the neighborhood of $150 to $160 on that. And then that's some bonus money that we got to play with to help people. If I haven't already paid it out in advance, and sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But if I haven't, and we got 160 to play with there to help people out, a lot of times if I know it's coming, then I'll go ahead and pay it out in advance, and I'll just get it when I get it. As long as I know it's coming, I don't normally worry too much about it. And hopefully the mooch, we can talk into doing something real nice for us on the 24th. We're hoping. As of now, that'll be a 4:00 Friday afternoon show. And I'm going to try to punk him out and get something big out of him. We'll see. Need to punk some other people out and get some matching big donations is what I need to do. Let's see. Well, We down there gave them, how long were we here?
2 hours.
2 hours and 9 minutes. Kenny, who's your pick to win the title? Well, it was Duke. Holy shit. What a fucking finish, huh? And here's the thing, Bob. He's considered one of the smartest players on the team.
Yeah.
If he just holds the ball.
Yeah.
He gets fouled, he goes to the line. If he gets 1, they can't do anything more than tie you. If he gets 2, they can't even beat you. Chances are that they're not going to get off much of a fucking shot anyway. If he just holds the ball, that's all he's got to do. Why did he try to advance that pass? Now, I know he's wide open, but what's the worst that can happen? Well, the worst happened. And then the motherfucker hadn't hit a shot the whole game. He was 0 for 4. Launches one from the paint.
Yeah.
Launches one from the paint, nothing but net. Didn't touch an ounce of rim. So I was for Duke for the ACC, but it was a one exciting finish. I did not realize UConn had not been since 99. So for the sake of basketball and the sake of goodness, it was good. It was good for college basketball. I'm not a Duke fan. I hate Duke all year long, but they were, I think, the only one left in the ACC we had, and I'd rather see the ACC get it than the SEC. But yeah, that was a. But had Duke made it, 3 of my 4 teams that I'd picked, big deal. I picked 3 number 1 seeds to advance. Last year, 4 of them made it. So I thought Purdue might get there, but they didn't.
Yeah, my bracket fell to pieces. Just insane.
Well, Mayo loves just all kinds of education, isn't she? That's a lot of money. Wealth is health.
Mm-hmm.
Never heard of Philippines.
Health is wealth. Wealth buys health, but health is wealth.
I don't know. I feel healthier when I got money. I'll go along with that. My bank account got very little in it. I don't feel so healthy. If it's got a lot in it, I feel a lot healthier without going to the doctor. Well, guys, you wanted a lengthy show. You got one. 2 hours and 11 minutes. We got Bob off his deathbed to come in here and help us out tonight. Finally, eventually, through trying something stupid that should not have worked, I reduced the screen size, and then my screen got bigger and I could see the comments.
Insane.
Shouldn't work that way. So, Bob, if you figure it out what it is I need to do to get this thing back to normal.
So tell me what brand, well, you can do it off you. Tell me what brand your TV is, and we'll go look and see what the native resolution of your TV is.
It's I think it's called an ONN, and it's powered by Vizio.
Okay.
And I've gone through the TV settings, and I don't see anything else I can do.
Well, see, what I want to do is make the sure that the computer is using the same resolution that the TV is set out. So
I mean, it did fine till they took an update the other day. The TV took an update, and so did my computer, and it's been fucked ever since. So,
it was the fuck Bolin,
the fuck Bolin tour. Everybody's on board. It's a train everybody wants to ride. All right, guys. And now the TikTok notifications are bigger and shit up here in the upper right hand corner, or just whatever I get a notification of. So, I'm sure my doggies have got to go bad. So no post show tonight. I have got to herd them up and get them out of here. But we'll be back Thursday night, and maybe the train will even show up. Have you heard from the train lately? What else is going on with the train?
I've heard nothing from him.
I haven't either. Well, maybe Thursday night we'll hear from the train.
Maybe so.
So until did the Rangers already play today?
They did, and they kicked something.
I haven't watched it, but what was the final?
8-5.
How about Washington's been playing some decent ball early this year?
It's early, but it's hard to get too excited one weekend of the season, right?
Nope, because we normally suck every year at the beginning of the season, and we won 3 out of 4 until tonight. And I do not see us coming back from zero. Pittsburgh normally owns our ass, so anytime we get a win over Pittsburgh, I feel pretty good about it. So we got a tough one last night, but and you know what? Here it is this late. We hung around 25 to 30 people, which for us is amazing. So apparently there's more people watching on LinkedIn than I thought. So none of them donating. Go figure.
No, or even commenting, except for me.
Or even commenting. Chickens. Well, they know what's going to happen if they do. So good lesson learned. So until Thursday night, 9:05 p.m., I'm the Star Maker. That's Deathbed Bob. And we did say a good day.